The Raven Guard Space Marine chapter, also known as the Sons of Corax, has a chapter icon of a white raven spreading its wings open, painted in white scar. Their primary armor color is painted Abaddon black, with black accents. They are known for their stealth and guerrilla tactics, and the black armor helps with it. Their right pauldron shows company trim. On most Phobos armor, the trim is on the left pauldron instead, and they have red helmet lenses. Alternatively, some Raven Guard will have white chest markings painted in white scar. It is unknown why. Unofficially, it seems to be a firstborn color scheme that carried over to the Primaries Marines. Before the Horus Heresy, the Raven Guard were known as the 19th Legion of the Legions Astartes. In those early days of the Great Crusade, their armor bore a dark grey tone painted in the fang, rather than the pure black they would later adopt, with black trim and accents highlighting the somber aesthetic of the Legion. This color reflected their nature, silent, efficient, and unseen. Under their Primarch Corvus Corax, they became masters of stealth warfare and precision strikes, favoring ambushes and infiltration over open battle. Their tactics embodied the shadows they so often fought within, swift, silent, and utterly lethal. During the Horus Heresy, the Raven Guard's armor closely resembled their later 41st Millennium color scheme, a matte black, painted in Abaddon black, finish that embodied their stealth and shadow warfare. However, there were a few distinct differences. The company trim seen on the right pauldron in later millennia was absent, giving the armor a uniform, subdued tone. Their helmets featured a striking white faceplate, painted in white scar, a stark contrast meant to honor their Primarchs, Corvus Corax, whose pale features had become a symbol of the Legion. This design reflected both unity and remembrance, a visual mark of their identity during the darkest days of the heresy. The first company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Black Wings, is composed entirely of the chapter's most experienced and battle-hardened veterans. Each Astartes bears white trim on the right shoulder pauldron, painted in white scar, a mark of honor denoting their elite status. True to the Raven Guard's traditions of stealth and precision, the Black Wings often operate in Phobos pattern power armor, light, agile, and ideal for infiltration and reconnaissance. When facing entrenched or heavily fortified enemies, these veterans don Terminator armor instead, striking with overwhelming force before vanishing back into the shadows. The Black Wings embody the perfect balance between silence and savagery, the unseen blade of the Raven Guard. The second company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Shadowborn, bears gold trim on the right shoulder pauldron, painted in Gehenna's gold, a mark of distinction within the chapter. The Shadowborn embody a balance between stealth and aggression, combining the patience of hunters with the ferocity of sudden assault. To earn their place among these warriors, an Astartes must complete the trifold path of Shadow's teachings derived from Corvus Corax himself, emphasizing infiltration, deception, and precise execution. On the battlefield, the Shadowborn rely heavily on infiltrator and reaver squads, striking from the darkness to sow confusion before their enemy even knows they are under attack. The third company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Ghost Stalkers, is marked by red trim on the right pauldron, painted in Mephiston red. This company is often seen as the very image of the Raven Guard, with most depictions of the chapter representing the warriors of the third. Among the trifold path of shadows taught by Corvus Corax, the Ghost Stalkers walk the path of ambush, mastering the art of striking swiftly and vanishing before the enemy can respond. They favor fast-moving assault elements, deploying with jump packs, bikes, drop pods, and land speeders to close in from unexpected angles. Every strike is calculated, every appearance fleeting, a true embodiment of the Raven Guard's silent fury. The fourth company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Silent Bears green trim on the right shoulder pauldron, painted in Caliban green. Following the trifold path of shadows, this company specializes in the path of stealth, emphasizing near-complete silence and subtlety in all operations. True to their name, the Silent communicate through vox pips, hand signals, and subtle gestures to avoid revealing their presence. They excel at reconnaissance, ambushes, and infiltration, striking without warning and leaving enemies unaware of their very presence. Masters of covert warfare, the Silent embody the Raven Guard's philosophy that the deadliest attack is the one your foe never sees coming. The 5th Company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Watchful, bears black trim on the right shoulder pauldron, painted in Abaddon black. Within the trifold path of shadows, this company follows the path of shadow, mastering the art of unseen movement and positioning to strike at the enemy when least expected. The Watchful specialize in jump infantry, using rapid deployment to dominate the battlefield with speed and precision, making them the 2nd largest company of the Raven Guard to rely on such tactics. Their vigilance and adaptability ensure that no threat goes unnoticed, and their strikes from the shadows reinforce the chapter's reputation as masters of covert warfare. The 6th Company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Darkened Blades, bears orange trim on the right shoulder pauldron, painted in Trollslayer orange. Unlike the battle companies, this reserve company does not follow the Codex standard in direct engagements. Instead, their mission is highly specialized, infiltrating worlds under the control of tyrants, warlords, or rogue forces and restoring them to Imperial rule. Operating in small, highly trained squads, the Darkened Blades strike with precision, using stealth and tactical cunning to overthrow oppressors without alerting larger enemy forces. Their work is secretive, dangerous, and vital, embodying the Raven Guard's commitment to silent, decisive action across the galaxy. The 7th Company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Whisper Claws, bears purple trim on the right shoulder pauldron, painted in Xerius purple. This reserve company specializes in hit-and-run tactics, striking swiftly and disappearing before the enemy can react. They rely heavily on fast attack vehicles such as land speeders and aircraft to deliver precision strikes across the battlefield. Their operations often involve rapid insertion and extraction, sowing confusion and weakening enemy formations. Masters of mobility and tactical surprise, the Whisperclaws exemplify the Raven Guard's philosophy of using speed, stealth, and superior maneuvering to dominate their foes without engaging in prolonged conflict. The 8th Company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Unseen, bears silver trim on the right shoulder pauldron, painted in Ironbreaker. As a reserve company, they provide reinforcement to the chapter with close support units, often entering battle where their presence is most needed. The Unseen maintain the largest number of jump infantry in the chapter, making them a highly mobile and versatile force. They are also the most prone to the Sable brand, a mark reflecting both courage and risk in battle. Operating quietly yet decisively, the Unseen embody the Raven Guard's strategy of striking unseen, ensuring that the chapter's enemies rarely know what hit them. The Holy Ordo approves this transmission. Please engage in the like and subscribe protocols for additional transmissions. The 9th Company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Dirge Singers, bears light blue trim on the right shoulder pauldron, painted in Calidor sky. This reserve company provides reinforcement to the chapter with heavy support infantry and specialized heavy weapons, delivering devastating firepower when it is most needed. The Dirge Singers are fiercely traditionalist, led by a captain who resists the inclusion of Primaris Marines, fostering tension and hostility toward the newer warriors. Despite this, the company remains highly effective in battle, combining disciplined firepower with tactical precision to back up the Raven Guard strike forces and ensure that their operations achieve maximum impact with minimal exposure. The 10th Company of the Raven Guard chapter, known as the Subtle, is made up entirely of neophyte scouts and vanguard veterans, and their pauldrons bear no trim. This company focuses on training new recruits in the martial art of stealth and silence, known as wraith slipping, honing their ability to move unseen and strike without warning. Within the subtle, an elite unit called the Pinions specializes in infiltration and reconnaissance, gathering intelligence and executing covert operations for the chapter. Masters of concealment and precision, the subtle ensure that the Raven Guard remain the unseen hand of vengeance across the galaxy, preparing the next generation of warriors in the chapter's deadly, shadowed traditions. In the ranks of the Raven Guard chapter, the sergeant serves as the leader of a squad, guiding their marines with precision in every engagement. Their helmet is marked with a tiny skull on the forehead, a subtle symbol of their authority and responsibility. Tasked with coordinating movements, issuing orders, and ensuring each squad member strikes at the right moment. They balance the Raven Guard's emphasis on stealth and speed with tactical oversight, ensuring that even small squads operate as a disciplined, efficient, and deadly force on the battlefield. In the ranks of the Raven Guard chapter, veterans are often indistinguishable from standard Astartes, their armor largely matching the rest of their company. Their experience and rank are usually signified by subtle battlefield role markings, which we will explore in detail later. Vanguard veterans who operate with jump packs, however, have more distinctive armor features, white vambraces, white pauldrons, and black markings that set them apart from standard troops. These visual cues honor their expertise in rapid assault and close-quarters combat, signaling to allies and foes alike that these warriors are both highly skilled and capable of striking with deadly precision from the shadows. In the ranks of the Raven Guard chapter, the veteran sergeant leads squads with the experience of countless campaigns, serving as both commander and exemplar of skill. Their helmet is white, marked with a tiny skull on the forehead to signify their veteran status and authority. For those who serve as Vanguard veteran sergeants with jump packs, their armor is further distinguished by white vambraces, white pauldrons, and black markings, highlighting their role in rapid assault and strike operations. These veterans combine leadership with elite combat ability, guiding their squads in precise, coordinated strikes, while embodying the Raven Guard's philosophy of stealth, speed, and deadly efficiency. In the ranks of the Raven Guard chapter, each company has 2 lieutenants who serve as the immediate deputies to the captain, overseeing squads and coordinating tactical operations. Their black helmets are marked with a 2-tone stripe, red on the inside and white on the outside, and feature a tiny skull on the forehead as a symbol of rank. The right pauldron bears a white skull encircled by an iron halo, while white vambraces complete their distinctive armor markings. Lieutenants combine leadership, experience, and battlefield awareness, guiding their squads with precision and ensuring that the Raven Guard's stealth, speed, and lethal efficiency are maintained throughout every operation. In the ranks of the Raven Guard chapter, each company is led by a single captain, the ultimate authority within the unit. Their helmet is white, marked with a small skull on the forehead, symbolizing both rank and experience. The right pauldron bears a skull set before a shield, flanked by wings on either side, though these details are often stylized or omitted in artistic representations. Captains also wear white vambraces, and those equipped with jump packs display white pauldrons with black markings to denote their rapid assault capability. Many captains further personalize their armor with unique white iconography, incorporating custom symbols and designs that reflect personal achievements or honors, making each captain immediately recognizable both to their marines and to the enemies they strike. Each captain has a role and a specific title for the role. The first is the Lord of Deliverance. Second is Master of Secrets. Third is the Master of the Ambush. Fourth is the Master of the Fleet. Fifth is the Master of the Truth. Sixth is the Master of Liberation. Seventh is the Master of Lies. Eighth is the Lord Executioner. Ninth is the Master of Relics. 10th is the Master of the Recruits. In the Raven Guard chapter, every Marine carries a battlefield roll marking on their right pauldron when entering combat, while squad members also display a white squad number on their left knee, ensuring clear organization even amid the chaos of battle. Battle line squads are marked with a white outline of an upward-pointing arrow signifying their role at the forefront of engagements. These squads hold objectives, anchor assaults, and maintain the chapter's presence on the battlefield. Veteran squads bear a white outline of the Crux Terminatus, representing elite experience and honed combat skill. Some hardened veterans go further, wearing an actual Crux Terminatus on their pauldron, symbolizing both their status and the trust placed in them by the chapter. Veteran squads are deployed where the most challenging tasks require precision and expertise. Close support squads display a white X with arrows on each line, emphasizing their role in reinforcing positions and engaging heavily fortified enemies. Raven Guard jump infantry replicate these markings atop the vent intakes of their jump packs. Fire support squads carry a stylized white explosion on their pauldrons, highlighting their specialization in delivering heavy, long-range firepower with deadly accuracy. In a chapter built on stealth, speed, and coordinated strikes, clear battlefield identification allows squads to move, engage, and withdraw with lethal precision. Each Marine knows their role, their squad, and their place in the Raven Guard's tightly orchestrated operations, turning potential chaos into deadly effectiveness. The Shrike-Wing veterans are an elite assault retinue within the Raven Guard chapter, serving directly under former chapter Master Kaivan Shrike. This specialized unit is composed of veteran Marines who have survived harrowing encounters with orcs, proving their skill, resilience, and dedication. Each member bears white pauldrons with black trim, signifying both their veteran status and their role as close combat specialists, while wielding a pair of white lightning claws, devastating weapons in any melee engagement. Unlike standard Marines, the Shrike-Wing's pauldrons display the personal icon of Kaivayan Shrike instead of conventional battlefield role markings, reflecting their direct loyalty and connection to the former chapter master himself. These warriors operate as the spearhead of the Raven Guard's most dangerous missions, combining stealth, speed, and elite martial prowess. In battle, they strike without warning, overwhelming foes with precision and ferocity, embodying the very essence of what makes the Raven Guard feared throughout the galaxy. The Holy Ordo approves this transmission. Please engage in the like and subscribe protocols for additional transmissions.